Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Aho. Put people on a Mars by 2033 for the goods of the nation. It's a huge remarkable theory. Could America be the first country to put the humans on Mars? Should it be? And is it a race we can win? As President Donald Trump takes office, there's one of many questions facing him and a leader in a Congress about the future of a human spaceflight programs and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA). We believe the answer is and must be a resounding yes. Human spaceflight is difficult, and space flights to Mars and a big put to even more. So, but successfully send an American to Mars must be a centerpiece of NASA human spaceflight programs. With great pride and confidence, our new president and Congress should commit together to NASA sending Americans to Mars by 2030. A realistic goals consistent with the humans of the both rocket science and political science. The date is also consistent with the mechanics, physics, engineering, and challenges that can be met. The supports of the key and stakeholders in the public and private sector and are responsible of expectation of investment in Congress can provide. So when the Americans sent our countrymen to moon more than 50 years ago, leaders at NASA wanted the next destination in the solar system to be the Mars. A human mission to Mars was proposed by NASA as a logical follow on Apollo. But cost considerations and the fraction politics of the Vietnam era put an end to their dream temporarily. Since then, the world watched us. We flew our space shuttle for the decades and then retired the programs. The world saw us play a central role in building and operating international space stations. The world saw us to foster the rise of a new space companies and now are routinely delivering a cargo to the international space stations and are on track to send Americans to low Earth orbit in the next few years. We hope the world will watch us be the first to send the Americans to Mars and bring them home safely. There are three clear reasons that why we Americans should explore the Mars. One of them is for science. The now well-established presence of the water and early habitability of Mars offers a chance to help to answer the fundamental questions. And the another thing that we need to discover is that are we alone? It's a huge question. So finding even extent life would forever change the way we view themselves or from ourselves. Second, a national push to go to the Mars would require new technology, goods, and service that would yield an enormous returns on investments to our economy. With such an effort, the American space programs could generate a considerable economic activities and create a many US-based jobs. Jobs. Third, and the most importantly, the European Space Agency, Russian and Chinese continue to accelerate their human spaceflight programs. America must not cede the finish line. Our country should not wait until we receive the news that someone else has won the race to the Mars. Our leaders in Washington to ask how's our space programs doing. And so why didn't we get the first place? It will be too late. We must ask the questions now. After all, history shows us that the nations that fall to explore success in becoming a stagnant, America must explore. And exploring Mars is achievable under responsibility expected future and budgets allocations for NASA. During the space race, under the President and the President Johnson's leadership, NASA claims 4% of overall federal budget. Today, NASA budget is 0.5% of the federal budget, and the agency receives about $19 billion per year, of which about $8 billion is spent on a human space flight with the right approach and planning, including a potential handoff of the international space stations to a commercial entity. These funds could be redirected for a successful human mission to Mars. Our leader in Washington could speed up the timeline of successful mission and the national victory with additional investment. The dreams of sending people to Mars is alive. We need to make the program and strategy to do it a reality. The alternative is to give up, to take our players off the field and concede the human exploration space frontier to other countries and thereby a guaranteed defeat. Could a person walk on a Mars? I'm just saying a question. Could a person walk on a Mars? And is there a person alive today? On both questions, we have no doubt. The first person to walk on a Mars is somewhere on our planet, possibly still in the classrooms and pondering the heavens. They might already be young adults and unknowingly at the beginning of a great adventure. The big question before us and our leader in Washington is whether we will make the investment and develop the plan. We need to ensure that a building explorer and soon to be the pioneer is an American. Thanks for watching The Hope and stay with us.